The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We have the Dow Industrials up 59. You get the Nasdaq up 11. S&Ps are up 1.5. Gold contracts down 360, trading 12.75. We have silver off 9 cents, $16.67 an ounce. Platinum's up 3 at 9.43. Light sweet crude flat, $49.22 a barrel. 10:30 today.
Inventory numbers, you got it?
Inventory numbers, that's going to be some action, particularly, folks, because we're laying right at that $50 area right now.
And that API had a big little surprise
it did.
As well.
It did.
Yeah.
You get the notes and bonds, they just refuse to give it up, folks. The Fed can go up as many times as they want in short-term rates, but guess what? Traders are buying them. Higher price, lower yield. And good old King Dollar still getting no love. King Dollar's down 81 ticks, 92.820. You get the euro at 118 to the U.S. dollar. The yen's at 110. And Apple come out with numbers. Apple's at an all-time high. It opens at an all-time high. Takes the NQs up 42 points by itself. So bottom line, we'll see whether Apple can hold the 156.65. You know, we got up to 159.75 out here. And it's laying right up at that level right now at 158.16. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. And don't forget, folks, every trading day right here, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time, swim lessons. You want to understand options upside down, futures on Thursday, come over at TFNN. You happen to be going down the West Coast right now, East Coast, wherever you are, listening to car radio. Remember that you can get right on your cell phone. Go to TFNN.com. You hit Tiger TV. And if you haven't test drove the Thinkorswim platform, it's a fabulous platform, folks. You can just hit the banner. You can bring up the platform and let you trade with paper money each and every day. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
O'Brien, what's going on right back at you?
Well, we got Apple. We'll see who's going to take a bite out of Apple here. Apple hit it all-time high.
That's right.
Pretty substantial numbers coming out of them. That's for sure.
$800 billion company this morning. That's what I heard just coming in. Let's see where they got. There it is. $825 billion.
I love how
company.
25 is just an afterthought, right?
I know.
$25 billion market
That's
cap.
pretty sick.
It is.
Strong. I mean, hard to, other than China and India, it's hard to really put any bad spin on Apple's numbers.
I know.
They were large.
And the amazing part, folks, is that this is always their lightest quarter per year because they have a different fiscal year.
And it's even more so because they have this iPhone 8, where
right.
they didn't have that last year. They didn't have a juggernaut, and there's obviously 41 million iPhones for the quarter when there's a lot of people out there waiting, which is amazing.
Yeah, I know.
And I think what else helped was he guided that there's no delays coming in the iPhone 8.
Yes.
He didn't say it, but he alluded to it.
Right.
He said, check the guidance.
I like to hear that as a consumer, actually, because I'm waiting for
right.
it.
Yeah,
I think people like that.
Right.
Yeah, because it seemed that in the marketplace that wasn't out there. It seemed like, okay, when is it? That there wasn't really like, okay, it's going to be here. We knew it was like, okay, within 3 months.
There's a little bit of worry.
Yeah,
just expectations are so high is half of it, right?
Right. Well, especially because some of their suppliers, haven't been doing that good. Some of Skyworks and some of these other ones. I mean, they're at highs, but it didn't seem that they come in with orders that were as big as that you thought might happen. You know.
Right, and I thought what was good about their number was how broad it was. Right, services up 22%, iPads back in business.
Yeah,
I guess schools and businesses like iPads now.
Okay,
I've seen that in my own house.
Sure,
yeah,
I've seen that. We have a couple of iPads around. No one used them for a couple of years, then all of a sudden everyone's using them again.
Yep, they're back in vogue.
Yeah.
So I think that's what's really giving this stock a little extra oomph today is the fact that revenue and success coming out of places that we maybe not thought it was going to come from. Like, how about Apple Watch did really well?
Yeah.
Things like that. They're focusing now on pure fitness with the Apple Watch. So, they really, like I said, other than China and India, where they're going to expect some growth to be, this is hit. They hit it out of the park here.
Yeah, and when you look at their numbers, we actually have their numbers up right now, Kevin. And anytime that they can come in with more iPads or Macintoshes or services, it's a big deal because that's such a small part of their business. Now, each one of those are $24 billion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But boy, if they can up that, where the iPhone is $136 billion,
right?
That's big numbers. Do you know what I mean?
Right. I mean, it's all good things, and there's some there's gravy on this, which is all these other products did well.
Yeah. Wouldn't we all love to have the spread they have?
And then I heard, too, you get all those services growing, and then people are even more tied to the iPhone than they have been. Because once you're trapped in all these services that are great with the iPhone, it's hard to switch. Yeah.
You're touching on something very important there. I think that's a big part of the Apple story, is the fact that you're in their world and people don't want to leave.
Yeah, they don't.
It's not easy to leave. I'm in that world.
Right.
It's not easy.
You don't hear people saying, "I want to leave the Apple world."
No, it's tough to leave both worlds. They
surround you with all their products, and they make it very difficult to leave.
Right.
Yeah. And they make it very easy to use their products. Because Nico, one of the guys that does the health show here, his house. I mean, you walk in, everything is you just hit a button, and like he's a techno, so everything is lined up. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's pretty cool.
Stuff. Yeah, I agree. I agree completely.
Folks, right here, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Kevin Hinks, Scott Connor. You want to understand options upside down? Just hit TFNN.com, hit Tiger TV. Kevin, you have a great one and a safe one, and we look forward to the show at noon.
All right, guys, have a great day.
Thanks,
okay,
Kevin.
bye-bye. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 46. Nasdaq just went red. That's down 3. S&Ps are off 1. Oil.
That's right. Wednesdays, we got EIA inventory coming out. We'll jump over to the Nadex platform at 10:30 Eastern. 10:18 right now. We got 11 minutes and 15 seconds. Perfect, right until the news breaks to kind of break down. So I jumped over to commodity spreads, right? Crude oil. Here are the different times of expiration. So let's just jump in, start off at 11 a.m., the closest ones that we usually take a look at. We're looking at September contract, trading at 49.14.
Okay.
Let's pull up the chart while we're doing this. And it looks like, $49 is going to be an option. Okay, so you're 14 pennies away. You'd have a little bit of a bullish bias, right? You'd have value to the upside. So let's take a look. The 49 to 50.50, you buying that one? At about $27 with about $12, $13 of intrinsic value. And you'd be shorting the one with 49 as the ceiling, where it's all premium. So 14, looking about 41, 42, pretty in range with where those usually line up for the 11 a.m.s. So let's just jump real quick. So the 12 o'clocks give you a 49.25 point you could use.
Okay.
Slightly different in that then you have 10 to 15 cents of value to the downside, right?
Right.
And you have an extra hour, of course, but let's just see where that lines up. So 49.25, you'd be buying the bullish one, kind of the exact opposite, where this one is going to be all premium, $19. You're selling the one with 49.25 as the ceiling for the noon. This is the one that's going to have the value in it, 34. So you're looking at $53 there.
12 more bucks.
12 more bucks for an extra hour and for a little bit of a difference. And let's just jump because I think the dailies line up with 9 a.m. They do. So these are $3 spreads going from 49 to 52. So you're getting the same $49, right? You're getting till 2:30 as opposed to 11 a.m.
Okay.
And you're getting $3 of potential movement.
Right.
So you'd be buying the bullish one. And this is where I think these are interesting sometimes, where you don't end up paying a whole lot more. $50, $63. Which is intriguing,
$8
right?
more bucks,
versus the 41.42.
Right, and that's not in many cents. So the movement would be 63 cents. Folks.
Yeah, and so you'd be paying, almost an extra 20 cents in the contract.
Yeah.
For the ability to go from an 11 a.m. expiration till a 2:30 expiration, and for the ability to recoup profits all the way past, for $3 of movement as opposed to $1.50.
And what does happen, and this is intriguing on this trade too, is that whether it's bullish or bearish, the biggest amount of volume comes in right at that close.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's really like intense. Do you know what I mean? Because they seem to make like
around the 2:30 mark.
Yeah, they make those decisions. Do you know what I mean?
So
sense, right? That's when you can
that
really see some movement.
Closing.
Yeah, exactly.
And we've seen a lot of movement in oil. So I tend to like paying the premium when you're making a volatility trade sometimes.
Right.
For a day, because we've seen so often where oil will break hard for 15 minutes, break hard for 15 minutes, and then a lot of movement will take place between 11, noon. Maybe it'll be the other direction from the initial movement.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So as we're doing that, let's go over as the market is selling off. So
I know. Thank goodness for Apple, man, because there might be a lot more right out there today if they had disappointed.
I'll tell you, if we look at the 3 Qs, what you're going to see. Pretty
amazing that they're not even positive on a day after Apple crushes the world.
Yeah, the NDX, they got over the high of Monday, which is 144.43. They went to 144.52. You're at 143.47. And let's just go inside here quickly to see what is the culprit. So the culprit, look at this is pretty interesting, that Apple's not even the leader.
Well, it's tough to be the leader when you got stock up 15%.
Yeah.
If Apple goes up 15%, what are they, an $800 billion company?
Yeah.
So you're talking about $120 billion in market cap they'd have to add. But anyway.
Illumina, folks, is up 13.5%.
Not bad.
That's
$23.
Yeah. Apple's number 2. That's up 4.7%. Now, if we stay right there, so 156. Now, watch this with Apple. The number that Apple's got to stay over is 156.64. Yeah, I know. You know, if they sell this down, it's going to be pretty intense. The drag on the Nasdaq 100 is
Verisk. Verisk.
Yeah, Verisk.
Analytics.
That's down 4%. Viacom's down 2.9. NetEase is down 2.7. Mylan's off 2.3. There must be a lot of others inside
And
that
I was just
are red.
what I was looking at. So there's only 3 stocks up more than 1%.
Yeah.
Right. With Apple, of course, the juggernaut, really putting most of that movement in there, because this one's different. This is just a percentage gain. This isn't the same as like what percent. That Apple is the one putting so much positive into the.
Hit that move button right there and see right there. Yeah.
And we've tried this before. I'll jump to it afterwards. But I believe we have. But I was just going to point out that there's 4 stocks, 2.3% below, and I bet there's a bunch that are just like you were saying. But let's try and. Yeah, see, it doesn't give you the points for some reason. It just gives you the same. But let's, yeah, see, it doesn't.
Oh, Priceline. Priceline's getting hit.
Yeah, Google down $7. Intuitive Surgical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go into. Let me go into that oil market quickly.
Yeah.
And you know, folks, don't forget our Facebook promotion. You know, we'll get into that, but you can go over to Facebook and pick out the finish for the Dow Industrials today.
22,222. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, I guess let's look. What was the high thus far? Because I think that high was somewhere around there. 22,000. 22,036.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right now you're 21,991.
22,000 on the dot would be interesting,
wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Actually.
Yeah, exactly.
The if we go, let me get in that oil market for a second. So oil CLU7, I think. That's September. Yes, that's September. So now this is delayed, but let me just look at this. I want to look at this intraday.
Okay.
So intraday. Oh, look at this. I see. So what happened yesterday, folks? You know, you got a spike, and then at 11 o'clock it came down. So you know, I'd be a little bearish on this. 40.
It tumbled about $1 between 11 and 11:30.
So 48.37.
Yeah.
48,
far cry from where we are right now.
Yeah, I know. Here, so let's bring that back up for a second.
Okay.
Just curious.
So when you're saying 48.37, if you're looking bearish, right?
Yeah.
This is where when you kind of, it's nice to take a quick look at everything going on.
Yeah.
And you get a lay of the land. So you're going to be bearish. The bearish ones that lined up well were actually the noon ones.
Right.
Because then you have 49.25, and the market has dropped even a little bit more.
Okay.
So you'd have the value here. Now this is actually, as I say that, it's actually coming back right to that 49 point where you could make a complete just kind of volatility trade with it right at that strike price. But let's just take a look if you really were looking for the bearish side, because this one, again, gives you 49.25, $38, which is your minus one.
Yeah.
But the positive one's going to be very cheap here because it's all premium.
Yeah.
So you're looking at 54. Okay, that's still a little expensive,
And
right?
Is that the 12 o'clock?
That was the
54?
12 o'clock.
Yeah, it was going to cost us 55 before anyway. So.
And let's just, as we go into break, let's take a look at those 11 AMs because we're 5 pennies away. 49 to the upside, buying that one. 49 to the downside, selling that one. 1 contract in each. 41, same deal.
41.
We'll see.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Crude inventories fell 1.53 million barrels, EIA said. And we just went from 49 to what, 40?
48.75, 48.78, jumping around a little bit, as low as 48.70 in the first few seconds after that news. Market's trying to digest it. Let's bring this over, break down the numbers a little bit. So crude oil inventories fell 1.53 million barrels. Distillate inventories fell 150,000 barrels. Gas inventories fell 2.52 million barrels.
You know, it's amazing. The numbers between the API yesterday and the EIA today are pretty dramatically different, because in the gasoline ones, they fell 4.5.
Okay.
And, you know, it's like, wow, that's...
And the API,
yeah.
sure.
So I got to ask Andy what the difference is there. I mean, like, how does that really work? Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, are they inventory the same thing? What are they inventorying, right?
Sure.
You know?
So the expected draw was just more than 3 million.
Okay.
So not quite the draw they expected. And interesting, though, you know, trading, volatility in this bar, right? Check out this bar, all the way from 49.30 almost down to 48.70, but pretty much right where we started off, right at about that $49 point.
Right.
But we'll see where the market digests that for sure. Yeah, and here's, so crude minus 1.5 million, median estimate 3.1.
Okay.
You had Cushing crude minus 39,000 barrels.
Yeah.
Gasoline, the estimate was only 1 million, and it was down 2.5. Distillate, the estimate was down 900K. It was only down 150. Lots of misses in both directions, right?
Yeah.
In terms of, much less gasoline, not as big of a miss as in almost 1 million barrels they're looking at on distillates.
Right.
Crude oil, crude imports up. This is where really I wish I had a little bit more of a fundamental aspect, because, you have imports, 209,000 barrels, production, demand fell. This is where this could be a big one, right? Demand falling 2.2% in the past 4 weeks. Think about that.
Right.
Oil demand, 2%? That's a huge number.
It is huge. Because I want to find out how many barrels we import per day.
Sure.
Because of that 700,000 from Venezuela. It's like, what difference?
So I think these are barrels per day. So
look.
That's
okay. Yeah, refinery inputs.
It's up 209. That doesn't mean that it's 209.
No, I understand. Yeah, right.
It's a much bigger.
From when?
Right, exactly.
From what? Yeah,
exactly.
from what?
But I think those are B per day. I think that might be barrels per day.
Yeah.
Gross oil throughputs rose to record high 7. I wonder what a throughput is.
Gross oil. Yeah.
Maybe that's what they're refining.
Yeah,
per day.
Right, because they're not stopping.
Well, here's a good gauge though. If that's what they're refining, almost 18 million barrels a day.
Okay.
I just
right. Okay,
that puts you in the ballpark at least.
Isn't that
right?
wild?
That
Yeah,
is
right.
wild. That's why when it said barrels per day is up 200,000.
Right. Okay.
Well, geez, if it can increase 200,000.
They're refining that. Yeah. Right. Okay. And so
Here you go.
There it is.
There's
total
our
oil
inputs.
Total oil imports increased 2.6% to 8.3 million
Ask and
barrels.
you shall receive.
Right. So
that's literally the line you said. I wish I knew how much we were inputting, and it's just great. They pop it up.
700,000 is a lot. You know,
yeah.
I mean, if
8%, 9%,
if that got turned off,
yeah,
you know, pretty wild.
But they might be able to pick that up like in no time. I mean that.
Oh yeah, the shale.
Or just that oil is out there. As in, there's a lot of countries that would make a good deal to sell us probably 700,000 extra barrels of oil.
No doubt.
Yeah,
no doubt. Let's go over and just take a look at that broad market for a second, because the broad market, folks, we get volatility out here.
What's going on?
You know,
isn't the Nasdaq up?
Yeah, NQ. If you want to take a look at these NQs, this is just a classic too. You know, bottom line, they're up $40. Now you're down 2. And you know the culprit is not Apple. The thing that's amazing here is that
it's pulled back a little bit. It's still up like $7, right? No, I agree.
You get, that doesn't mean it's going to stay up. I mean, it looks to me like, it
was at 160 overnight too, and it opened a little bit less, but
yeah, and this number is crucial, folks. Okay, the reason the number is crucial is that it's been in a consolidation. And
you got to close at a high after a day like that. Everyone's saying it's at a high. That's even just fundamentally you can understand why.
That's right.
Everybody's been saying, if you watched any market news show, that Apple was at an all-time high from news.
Right.
It's like, but they didn't close there. The first time the market traded on a day.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so that aspect. Let's go inside the SPY for a second. So.
Expectations, just as you keep going, there's expectations are so high. Apple beats, right? But man, they got to do everything so perfectly. And you've heard a lot of people talk about it, where it's like, are they, maybe they're just like, okay, yeah, they're going to produce it, but that's already baked in. Well, how do you know it is?
Right.
Their iPhone 8 is baked in.
Now we know. We know that they're successful. They're going to be successful. So now, what are you going to do next for me? Right.
Right.
Yeah. What are you going to do next? Pretty wild. Let's take a look at some of the higher volume stocks out here. In this market. So right now, our Apple's the leader with volume. That's up $6.50. You get Advanced Micro down 28 cents. AMC Entertainment, that's down.
Movies.
That's down $5.
It's interesting. I saw a movie this weekend for the first time in a while.
Yeah. We
can show you. They're getting hit as box offices.
Look at this.
Direct to TV. We all know it. It's a tough. I saw that movie Dunkirk actually, which was pretty awesome.
Was it?
Yeah. And the reason why I saw it though is I read up and. I believe it's Christopher Nolan or whoever's the director, writer.
Okay.
Really tried to use all these cameras which were true IMAX cameras. So I saw it in IMAX.
Right.
Because I have a nice TV at home. If you're going to pay $15 to go see a movie, it needs to be an experience. And that's what they're saying. Maybe this movie, now AMC's obviously struggling, but it is interesting writing about this movie where it's like, that's going to be what you need to do. You need to create that experience that's better than the home viewing experience. And it's going to be through IMAX, through music, through
these. It's interesting. The headlines are all about you, right?
That's
it. AMC Entertainment shares
I wish I was
crashing.
A millennial. I might sneak in there, but I don't think I quite qualify.
You're the beginning of the millennials.
I was 20 years old when the millennium hit. So I think if I'm in that category, I barely squeak in by
I think you're the beginning of it.
Well, of course you do. That makes you seem younger too.
Yeah, totally.
I got kids that are millennials.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So AMC shares were marked to open 25% lower Wednesday after the second largest movie theater said expected steeper than expected loss in the second quarter. The
losses attributed $200 million pre-tax impairment charge related to their national Cine investment.
because they had to write off their investment on their balance sheet. That's, because they probably paid too much for some company, and,
Right, yeah. So the loss comes at a tricky time for AMC and its Chinese parent company, Dalian Wanda, which is reportedly being investigated by Chinese regulators.
Yeah.
So their parent companies, for foreign exchange recently began reviewing loan guarantees. That's always scary stuff when you start hearing about, loan guarantees, Chinese companies that are parents. That's where is all the stuff on the up and up in terms of their financial stability.
I think what you have is this, and this is always dangerous, folks. Okay, so you had these big Chinese companies coming in, buying places left and right? And when you have unlimited money, which they had, because they're selling the one of the reasons that China is cracking down, what they're selling is insurance products, basically, that pay big dividends, and China thinks that, no, you're paying way too many big dividends, so it's almost like they got to keep getting money to stay alive.
Sure.
But then they come to the United States, come everywhere. They buy the companies at too much money, and then all of a sudden, once they drop off, who's the next buyer?
Sure.
Who's the next buyer?
As you say, we've seen it before. There's always an indication. We'll go over it. This stock, 10%, it fell on July 17th, so that was a wake-up.
Yeah, totally. Stay right there. Tommy and I come right back, folks.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials up 30, Nasdaq is down 24, S&Ps are off 5.5. And as you come over to our website at TFNN, folks, you are going to see right in the front page, I'm in Mr. Basil Chapman. August 2nd, here we go.
We're here, man. August 2nd.
We are here.
Today is the day, Wednesday, August 2nd. So Basil Chapman, for subscribers to his Opening Call Daily Newsletter, he's doing a 2-series webinar. Begins tonight, right after your show at 5 o'clock. Can sector rotation buoy the market into 2018? You can click right on this link in the front page. You can get a 30-day free trial to Basil's Daily Newsletter. Bunch of great charts every morning. Trader's Corner, 30-day free trial, and you can attend both of these workshops, an hour and a half long, tonight and 2 weeks from tonight,
Pretty
Wednesday,
cool.
August 16th. And like we said yesterday, he's been working on this thing for 6 weeks, maybe 8 weeks, really trying to format what he's going to be talking about. I will be in there watching for sure, because I really think this rotation, as I know you might agree, it's a big deal right now.
It is a big deal. It is.
Who's going to pick up the slack if some of these companies that have gone up 50%, in the last 6 months, decide to breathe a little bit?
That's right. And if you look at one sector, so this is the way this gets really interesting too, is that the oil sector's got killed. And I wouldn't be buying this right now, but that doesn't mean all those big money managers aren't buying it.
No,
because
Basil talked about this a little bit. Was it Monday that he was on with us? Maybe I remember. Yeah,
because the reality is that the XLE's gone from 78 and you're at 65.
Just like some of those tech companies have room to breathe going down, right? They have they have room to breathe going up, right?
Look at ExxonMobil. It actually doesn't look that bad. I mean, when you're talking, there's a rotation that, do they go out of tech stocks and say, okay, listen, I've made a fortune here, let's see what I can do here. Particularly, folks, what happens is that what is the risk? And the risk is probably minimal inside of the energy sector right now. Do you know what I mean?
We'll see. I mean, it's in the same, right? Oil's at 50. I like the risk reward. There's definitely risk because oil's still at like $50.
Oh,
if
yeah.
If you said it was at 40, I'd say the risk a lot less. Because oil could jump to 40, I think, pretty quickly, which is the risk there.
All right. So look at the NDX.
I know. It keeps going. The Dow, this is a perfect segue where I was going to say
that's right.
The Dow is going to be negative by the time we get off the show.
So we have the guess the close.
That's right. So day 2, we decided to stick with the Dow Jones Industrial Average.
If you go to front of TFNN.
So Basil, our man, he is first up here, okay? Second, TFNN, guess the close giveaway. You can click right here. This brings you down. So prizes for today.
Okay.
Yesterday we had Market Insights. Today we're going Gold Report.
Okay.
Month subscription to the Gold Report. We're going to send out another copy of your book, Thinkorswim mousepad, and a copy of the U.S. Constitution and Declaration of Independence. So 4 prizes. We ended up getting 26 guesses, I think, yesterday.
Okay.
So pretty good odds in there to give it a shot. And get in there early, because guess what? I anticipate that the number of guesses is only going to go up throughout the month. So this is your best chance really right now. Get in there early. And you head on over to our Facebook page. So here's the post we made.
And when you say it's pinned, it means that it's at the top? Or how does it?
It does, yeah.
Okay.
So a pin, you can pin something to the top of your page that way. Because what we're going to do is throughout the day, we share archives of all the shows.
Right.
So, this program will be shared.
Yeah.
So that way you don't have to scroll through the page to find the post at 9 in the morning.
Right.
That might be a little buried.
Right.
This post will always be right at the top, and we'll pin each morning right to the top. You can see it's pinned. Okay, so an hour ago we made this post about 9 o'clock in the morning, actually. Today's second day, August 2nd.
Yeah.
Guess the close as to where the Dow Jones Industrial Average will close. You have until 3:30 p.m.
Okay.
Don't miss that deadline. It's a hard cutoff. And 1 guess per person. Get in there. Guess where the Dow is going to close. I believe yesterday 21,962, 963, somewhere around there.
And it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. The second and third were tied.
2 ties.
And so what happens there, folks, is that who number second.
First guess.
Yeah.
First guess.
Time-wise.
Exactly.
Right.
If it tie goes to the first guess. So check it out. Dow Jones Industrial Average. And man, I don't know about that 22,000 number anymore.
Let's see. There's 21,990
That's right. That's right.
So let's go over and take a look at this good old euro. So the euro right now is still hanging high, big time too. We're at 118.51, and the high of this morning was that was 4:30 this morning though. Was it 118.68? Yeah, right next to it though.
Yeah.
Dollar index still can't catch a bid, man.
It's gonna be the inverse of that, right?
Yeah, there she is. And it was interesting because we got, I don't know what that movement like 20 minutes ago. Right, there must have been a number out of 10 o'clock. That's what it looks like. But the dollar didn't break the low of this morning.
Yeah.
So we'll see where that shakes out. I think the reaction, however, even all day today, I suspect is going to be about this Apple. And
let's jump back. Let's see. Well, I can see it's up 680, I guess. Yeah, creeping just under for 157, but it's kind of what's the high again? 156.65.
Yeah, that's the number to keep your eye on. And
21 cents. Oh no, geez, look at the time.
Yeah,
15 cents of wiggle room from here.
And it already went underneath it.
Okay.
And that's going to be a huge battle, folks. Okay, and it's just that's kind of just how
every headline says that Apple trades to highs, and they're going to have to talk about how it didn't close at them if it doesn't reach that. And if you're a big bull, you definitely want to close it. Closing highs.
And what happens here, no doubt, is that, you hear Apple come out with great numbers, you go to work in the morning, you hear your all-time highs, and then you look at the market and you say, why is it all red?
Right. And it's, I saw headlines, they went too quickly, but, you're going to see stuff, will they become the first $1 trillion company, right? Which is interesting. They're at $825 billion right now, so they need about $175 billion, which is almost 20% still from where we're at right now.
Right.
And it's been up, like 40%, 30% this year, something over the top, so that would be quite a run, but
it would be.
It's almost contrarian, right? Where that's you start talking about $1 trillion company when it's already up substantially this year. So oil just checking back in, 48.75, down about 25-30 cents from where that news came out, but not a shocking move back at all.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You need more action there to make those volatility trades for sure.
No doubt about that.
We passed on that one.
We go into let's just go into the Dow for a second. So the Dow, this is the 6th consecutive day that it made a new high, folks. You can see though the price spread on the 27th was pretty good. Other than that, though, the last couple of days the price spread was very small, and that's always dangerous when you just gap it small. Bottom line. Well, let's see who the leaders are inside the Dow. So there it is. This is pretty intense when Apple's putting 47 positive points.
And what's interesting is that that's almost not even representative because it's only price weighted, right? So Apple being up $7 would be almost the same effect as McDonald's being up $7, but market cap wise it'd be substantially different, but it's still 50 points. It is.
It is.
It is. Yeah.
And so Big Mac is putting in 7 points, United Health 5, taken away from it. Disney down, putting 14 negative points. DuPont putting 6, Goldman putting 5. So let's just see.
Disney, huh?
Yeah, this is going to be about maybe ESPN. I don't know if they come out with their numbers. No. See, they're coming out the 8th with their numbers.
Okay.
August 8th. Preview. No, nothing's in there yet. They're just selling it away.
Maybe that could be an AMC deal where if everybody's really watching Netflix,
that's right,
and nobody's even watching movie theaters.
They got plenty of movies. Exactly.
Any news from Netflix that's good is not probably good for ESPN or
totally.
Yeah.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back.
Will interest rates continue to rise? For bold trades on U.S. Treasuries, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade TMF or TMV, Directions Daily 20-plus year bull and bear 3 times ETFs. Direction leveraged ETFs. An investor should carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risks, charges, and expenses before investing. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a fund's prospectus and summary prospectus, call 866-476-7523 or visit directioninvestments.com. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors. Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are 20. You get the Nasdaq down 32. S&Ps are off 6.5. They're selling those S&Ps off too.
Selling a lot off. Yeah.
If we take a look at it, you have the Dow up 0.1%. S&Ps are down 0.2. Nasdaq is down 0.5%.
Pretty remarkable. I had Bloomberg on last night, and I just would creep up and take a look at the futures numbers, man. And what was the Nasdaq up? 0.7, 0.8%. Maybe this morning creeping up.
Oh yeah.
I did not expect this early in the day for that to be down. A substantial amount.
Yeah. If we take a look at these futures.
Let alone down, actually. I didn't even expect it to be down by this point, but man,
yeah. There you go.
There you go.
The futures last night, 59.47.
Yeah.
You're at 58.74 right now.
Okay,
and you have some volume, folks. This low out here this morning, has volume too.
Sure. And that's where I even 59.29 I recall seeing it at, when this substantial, I didn't see even this, but what times? Yeah. So, and then this morning, of course, as high as 59.40 almost this morning. Yeah.
Gets over the high of Monday. Ooh, excuse me.
How are you yawning? The market's down like 7. No, I'm just kidding. I know.
You get over the high of Monday, folks, and it looks like you're going to close underneath it, and that would be the failure. And, if that was the only one, that would be a little bit different. But what you have, is that you have the sell down, you could go back there, but you have the sell down in May.
Yep.
You have the sell down in June. You have the sell down last week.
Yep.
There's the indication that there's big people getting out. That's not you and I selling 1,000 shares.
It's interesting how it jumps over all these days too, right?
It does.
It just takes them all out and maybe closes below this day.
Right.
And it's like, whoa, what happened? We just went all the way back to July 14th before you knew it.
In 6 hours.
Right.
Yeah. Right. And then what happens? Like right now, if the Qs close at under 143.90, well, now you're in the lower range again.
Okay, and that's the high of that bar from June 9th. Yeah.
And so then you say, even if it's a consolidation, well, the bottom of that consolidation is pretty intense, man. The bottom of that consolidation is 130, 136.
Definitely.
And that's
that would freak some people out.
That's a big that's a big move. Even though that was only there a few weeks ago, that'd still freak people out.
We haven't had that happen in a long time.
No, exactly.
Can we take a look at the VIX as we end things off?
Yeah,
we might get in some action right now. Oh, look at that action.
Well, really, 980 to 1036.
Yes, no, I have, kid, though. I mean, that's quite a substantial move for. I know when I did the 9 a.m. update, we're trading, I think, 996 single digits.
Okay,
so,
right. That's a pretty good move.
I don't know. I think context is everything. We've been trained to call the VIX at $10.30, right? A pretty good move.
Yeah.
There's no premium there at $10.
It'll be 15 before we know it. Maybe it might be.
See, P in the dent, 22 to 40 VIX. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, he's got the calls, the October calls. I think that's a great trade.
I do too.
Yeah. Because the bottom line is that that October, you got we get 2 full trading months. Well, August, September, October. Yeah, so it's the 3rd week in October, 3rd Friday in October. That's a long time. You know.
They're saying winter is coming, Game of Thrones style.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Game of Thrones, yeah. Oh, look at it. The Dow's are actually going to go negative.
We were joking about it. Dow's got about a minute and a half to make it for the hour.
Yeah.
10 points, it can do it.
But when I was
Are we going to guess the close for the hour too?
When I was interviewing, that'd be pretty fun. When I was interviewing Basil yesterday, I think the monthly was on
Here we go.
an E.
Okay.
And the other ones were on a D. And so that's, when they're on Ds, bottom line is that, that's when it gets dangerous, when the Chapman wave's on the D,
There he is.
Oh, it was on an E.
He's on an E. Basil
You
Chapman.
stay right there because our man Basil Chapman's going to be coming up next, growling and prowling with you folks. And of course, don't forget, come over to our Facebook page, TFNN, and picture. Guess the close today.
There we go.
Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one. Look forward to speaking this afternoon. Thanks, pal. Go get them, folks.
Basil Chapman will be giving a 2-series webinar Wednesday, August 2nd and Wednesday, August 16th from 5 to 6:30 p.m. Can sector rotation buoy the market into 2018? Each time the market feels it's ready to have a sharp decline, formerly weak sectors rally to hold the market up. This 2-webinar series will be free for Basil's opening call subscribers, and non-subscribers will also receive his daily newsletter for 1 month free as a trial subscription. Sign up for a 30-day free trial to Basil's daily newsletter, The Opening Call, and gain access to his subscriber-only webinar on August 2nd and Wednesday, August 16th from 5 to 6:30 p.m. Can sector rotation buoy the market into 2018?
Hi everyone, this is Basil Chapman, and I'm looking forward to seeing you at my webinar series.
To sign up for a 30-day free trial to Basil's daily newsletter and gain access to Basil's webinar, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.